100 hours, and he did a lot of subtle things to just kind of improve it. It's a little bit lower looking overall than it would have come originally from the factory. It has bronze glass, so it's got a little bit of different look. And if you look over here, we've got modern Carver letters that have been put on the side, replacing the old style. The thing about Carver is Carver was one of those companies that stuck with the wooden boats longer than a lot of the other companies did. When everybody else was moving to fiberglass, Carver was sticking with wood. Beautifully done all the way around. Interesting thing about this boat as well, it only has about 600 total hours on it. Now, 600 hours on a boat built back in 1974, it's like having a car with 10,000 miles on it. Very low miles, very low hours on the water.
Rick, I'm not sure if you can get up inside of there, but I do see a small block Chevrolet, a very common choice for marine use. Stern drive, inboard, outboard arrangement.
Yeah, 225 horsepower. Got enough to get it around. Originally, it came from Oregon. The guy who owns it actually trailered it all the way across the United States. He's been living here in Florida. He decided he wants to move back to the West Coast. So he decided, you know, I've restored it. I think I want to leave it in Florida. Carver Boat Company started back in 1974, or I should say 1954, when they started building boats. Went through a couple of hands. Now it's just outside of Green Bay. Still building boats to this day, and once again, they were the true holdout in terms of having this wooden. And what we really can't see is, I don't know if you can see, it's difficult from the back, and that's the fact that the entire cockpit area around the helm and everything is all wooden, mahogany floor, beautifully done. It's just got a great old-style look to it. The consignor, by the way, the consignor points out that the motor that is in there, the Chevy engine with the 225 horsepower, is the original engine that came with this boat. Because once again, with so low hours, you didn't need to replace it, just need to freshen it up.
Years, fully activated, ready to enjoy. Yes, Steve. Again, you need to go out and take this thing under your eyeballs, because it's absolutely immaculate. This boat is absolutely incredible. It's been restored, it's dialed in. We were estimating this to be somewhere close to $100,000. We're at 15. It's going to sell. Pay attention, folks.
15 online, D-Ron.
I should mention, it's also got a great cabin underneath. It's got a bed that'll sleep too. Beautifully, nicely done. It's got a full head inside. So once again, if you like wood boats and you want something that is a big wooden boat, this is the way to go.
Touch me.
18! 18?
I'm 18 on the screen. 19,000, Mr. D-Ron. You did a real job, brother. Up to $19,000. Up to $19,000. You're done with $19,000. That's all 18. 19. You're back at $19,000. 19,000 once. $19,000. You're done with it twice. $19,000. You're done with it.
I mentioned at the beginning, one of the things that the owner of the boat did, he actually slightly lowered the top of this, so it's a little sleeker when it's going down. And with that bronze glassing, another thing he's done, he's encapsulated the windows so it's more watertight in the cabin area.
Don't say going down when it comes to boats. And there you have it. At the drop of the hammer, that gentleman has himself a cigar, and he has bought this beautiful 1974 Carver Monterey for $19,500. We'll be back to the South Florida Fairgrounds.